Good afternoon, this is Darnell from Porsche of Ocala. Just going to quickly go over the 2017 Porsche Carrera 4. Obviously this vehicle is in GT Silver Metallic. You have the 19-inch wheels. The 991.2 generation has changed quite a bit in comparison to the 991s. They have active flaps in the front grille is one of the many changes that they've made. You also have new engine. So with the new powertrain, the car produces quite a bit more power. It's now powered by a 3-liter horizontally opposed twin turbocharged engine that produces 370 horsepower, 331 pound-foot of torque. Horsepower wasn't the biggest gain. The torque was a huge gain for this vehicle. And the way it delivers the power was a huge gain. So now you're receiving peak torque at 1700 RPM. It's very low RPM to get that much power. The rear end design has changed a little bit as well. As you can see, the taillights now have more of a 3D effect. One way you can know this is a Carrera 4 is the light strip goes across the back, which gives it a very nice look, gives it a wider look. And with the Carrera 4s, speaking of wider looks, you do get a wider stance if you look at the rear fenders because of the all-wheel drive. They've changed the air slats in the back, as well as added this opening to the rear bumper. So the cool air goes in the top and it goes through channels, and the hot air will come out the bottom of the bumper. And this is done to make the vehicle run as efficiently as possible. This vehicle does have the sport exhaust equipped on it. The sport exhaust hasn't changed for this generation. So now you have two pipes that come out of the center, as opposed to having the quad tips come out of both sides of the bumper. It's a very sharp vehicle. This vehicle also does have a clear bra added to it. You can barely see it because it was put on pretty well. You can see the line right here, and then you can see the line right up here. So it has a clear bar going halfway up the hood and then on top of the bumper as well. Two-tone interior looks absolutely amazing. Having the Bordeaux red seats, the black dash, and the red trim going along the dash. This vehicle does have the Sport Chrono package, so you get the lap timer that's built into the car, and also a clock here on the dash. This has a GT style steering wheel, so it's 10 millimeters smaller than the standard steering wheel. You have, with the Sport Chrono, this dial here that you can use to switch the modes. So you have your normal mode on the top, to the right, your sport mode, below that Sport Plus, and then to the left, your individual mode that you can customize. The 991.2s have the PASM, or Porsche Active Suspension Management, as a standard option. So it's going to allow you to change the chassis feel for the vehicle. Here's your option for your sport exhaust, your automatic start and stop, and then your active aerodynamics, so you can bring up the spoiler whenever you would like. This has 2-zone climate control, heated and ventilated seats on both the driver and passenger side, with 14-way seats on the driver and passenger side, and memory seat on the driver's side. You have everything you need right here in the instrument cluster. You have your 5 gauges, which are typical for the 911. As you can see, I know the miles were a huge concern for you, so you have 3,226 miles on this vehicle. There's a lot of information displayed here, most of which is on the TFT display here that you can control using the stalk behind the steering wheel, so you can access your vehicle menu, so that you can see your settings, as well as change the layout of this menu so you can see whatever important information that you would like. You have your audio, your phone, your map, your navigation so you can see previous destinations and turn-by-turn directions. Then you have your trip information, tire pressure, and then power distribution, seeing this vehicle is all-wheel drive, so it'll show how the power is distributed between the front and rear axle. Then you have your clock here for your lap timer, and then the G-force meter, so you can see how kind of G's you're pulling in the vehicle while driving. The PCM was also changed in 2017, so it now has a flatter display, a little bit more vibrant display, and it has a proximity sensor added to it, meaning that you can bring your hand close to the screen and then necessary options will pop up depending on the screen that you're on. It's very simple to operate, a lot smoother than the previous generation. Okay, let's take one more good look at the 2017 Carrera 4. Once again, this is Darnell, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.